Yos, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Songtember. It is the 5th of Songtember, the 4th for many of you, which means it is time to get serious and get stuck in and choose what's going to fill this gap. Yes, Songtember is our Song in a Month challenge. We've been doing it here for 4 years. It's our big 5th year of Songtember. And in this video, I've put it to you as to which song that we should actually choose to create here in the month of September. So that's what we're going to be going through in this one today. If you are new around here and new to Songtember, there is one place where you can get all of your Songtember goodness. It is our website. It is called Songtember. It is studiolivetoday.com/Songtember. Yes, I've got a bet here. How many times can I say the word Songtember in the space of like a minute? And it's about 7 so far. So yeah, if you go to the Songtember there, in fact, if I refresh this, I should have just updated it. I have, there you go. So you've got the latest 2023 information there, the playlist there on YouTube where you can find this video and all the other videos that we've been creating for Songtember. Now, we did something a couple of days ago. If you missed out on this one, there was this video here. You choose the song, our third video. And what we did is I gave you the 4 songs. I gave you little snippets of them, and then you gave me your feedback on them. And that's what we're going to be talking about here today. If you're here live, you can continue to give me your comments and your thoughts and your suggestions if you like. See if you can sway me. Can anyone sway me live and make me choose something different that's different from what the fine folks have actually voted for here? But I thought I've got to tally up these anyway, so why don't we do it live? And because we're going lo-fi and embracing the jank here in Songtember 2023, I've got my official score sheet here. So I'll be scoring as we go along and as we read through your awesome comments. So grab yourself a beverage, sit back and relax, and let's talk. Let's talk about these Songtember songs. We'll jump in here and go in no particular, in whatever order. In fact, we'll refresh the video to make sure we've got the latest comments here, and then we are going to jump in and decide. Tremor Bear says, your sway live. Jade says, I choose 3, but I do like 4. Jade's actually said we should do the whole lot. So here's the comments that we have here. So you can vote 1, 2, 3, or 4 by commenting here. We had some folks comment, take me literally, and comment right under there. So we better start counting these. No More Saul says, my favorite is 1. But again, I stand by my idea of blending them all together. So doing like a multi song. Well, I'm only going to give you 1, so we're going to put a 1 in the 1. We've got Paul O'Farrell who says number 4. We've got Garden Path who says number 3, The Doors or Rolling Stones. So we're pretty even to start things up. As we go through, by the way, I'm going to play the song. For those who haven't heard them, I'm going to play the song just to mix things up a little bit. So we'll go through a few pages of comments, and then we will play the songs, so that if you haven't heard them, you can have a bit of an idea. Major Fubar, great name by the way, Major Fubar. 3 seems to be the one this year, one that your heart is really into based on how much you've already put into it. So another vote for 3. That's a fair point. I did put more into number 3 than I did some of the others. 1 and 4 are my favorite. 4 is really groovy, but 1 just makes me feel good, so I vote for 1. So Justin Nija, hello to you, has voted number 1. There we go. Princess LDG, The Feel is great on number 3. So 3 gets 3rd vote. Chipperoo, one of our amazing folks who is on the, by the way, speaking of jank, he's number 1 on the Songtember Legends. He was the first to give us a donation for Songtember. So thank you to Chip. And Chip says, it was amazing how fast you cranked these out. 4 great songs. I think 1 and 3 have a different sound you're looking for and a great start point. Looking forward to the next steps. So he said 1 and 3. Do I have to give him 2 votes? I'll do it. Because he's a Songtember legend, I'm going to bend the rules and give him 2 votes. Could that be consequential? Variax is number 1. I like the drive of the song, so that goes up to 4 votes there. Tommy Jack Music says favorite is number 3. There's so much you could do with it, Pete. Heavier vocals, mess about with the formant in parts, space for some powerful vocals, and it'd be great to see what you can do with it. Yeah, and Jade Star will probably do the drums for me, so that makes it even easier. So 5 votes for number 3 there. Michael Songs says number 3 all the way. Look forward to hearing what you do with number 4 as well. So 3 with a bit of side love for number 4. Number two's not loving life right now. Number three for me, I like the Alice in Chains vibe. So that was from E Cosimo. We'll do one more screen's worth and then we'll listen to some music. So Rock Lover YT says definitely three. I really like the sound of the vocals. One also pretty good. So another one for number three. For those counting along at home, it's looking interesting. Great stuff, Peter. I like the groove of song two, but you can't go wrong with any of those. Okay, I'm going to go song two because that's the one you mentioned there. Song two gets its first vote. And Bobby Mitchell says, hi, Pete. All awesome ideas, but I would have to say number three, with one condition that later in the song you arrive at a double time faster section to rock it out at the end. You truly are the best. Glad to finally take part in Songtember, and thank you for always for your work, heart, and fun. Well, thank you, Bobby, and I'll put you down for number three there. All right, so after our first section, our first round of voting, there you go. Drums confirmed. I'm getting slightly high off the Sharpie just quietly, by the way. All right. So let's jump over and take a listen. So this is the first idea. This was the what we called the punk song, number one idea. So if you hadn't heard this already, this was our little pop punk idea that we created a couple of days ago. At the end there, you're like, you're a stupid mutt. I'm like, what was I saying there? It's a little bit disturbing. So that was number one. That's the pop punky kind of vibe, and that's doing pretty well. That one has 4 votes at the moment, so proving quite popular. Let's continue. Mary Sarah. Hello to Mary Sarah. Number 3, it has a different vibe to most of your popular songs and will show off your versatility. My alternative choice would be 4 if you want to play it safe. Oh, so she's calling me out. She's like, well, if you want to just not do the same old boring shit, Johns, you can do 3. But if you want to just do what you always do number 4. We've got number 3, really like it, from Darren Anderson. Oh, Darren Anderson, Daz, says what did he say, number 3? All right, number 3 gets Darren's vote. Can't wait to see what you have in store for us next. That's not a vote. Thank you, Kafazirna, but no vote for you. Feel free to come back and let me know your thought. 3 is really strong, but 4 has potential too. So another vote for 3, because everyone but Chip gets 1 vote. Joey Cyclone says, of course it's 3. I challenged myself to come up with 3 song ideas by the 3rd, and then I'll pick the best one. I've got about 12 ideas. There you go. Creativity breeds. It sure does. Another vote for number 3. I think we're seeing a pattern here. Without doubt, number 1 is the one. It definitely has the most hit potential, believe me. So here comes Fisher, going for number 1, gets another vote in there, gets up to a tally of 5. Number 3 for Songtember, but I think number 1 could be turned into something punk pop-tastic, and would be good to see you follow up on that at some point too. Cheers from Smarty. Yeah, a lot of folks have said that. We had an idea for doing a 4-track EP with all 4 of them. We had another idea of doing a single, like an old school A-side, B-side style single. Hello, Don. Don or Dan? Don. Just watched your Band Lab short on Autotune. You earned a sub. Well, thank you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you big time. Based on the Mark III is what I would choose. I think you could really turn it into something fantastic. Well, thank you. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. Yeah, a lot of people have come in through some of those Band Lab shorts. I have been using Band Lab a bit. I was going to use it a little bit for some of these song ideas, and I will still. So once we start actually creating this, I'll be sharing some of the things we do on Band Lab, just so that you can have access to like the mixes and the masters and things as we go through. So you can steal them if you want. Where are we up to? We're up to Raul Neves, who says love number 3. That'll be another vote for 3. We have Thomas Christ, easy vote, number 3 for me, rock on Pete. So that's another one for 3. And Guzzo of Oz said 3. Go hard, mate. When was the last time you rocked that hard? Yeah, fair call. Fair call, Guzzo. So 3's getting a little bit of love here. Let's listen to number 2 now, shall we? Before we listen to number 3, and before we finish the vote counting, we'll go into number 2. Look, this is, as you can see here, I only really recorded a couple of tracks. This is probably the least strong one, and as you've already seen by the fact that it's got but 1 vote so far, Might not make the cut, but let's have a listen. And mostly a repeat in the second half. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see if anything ever comes of that one. Don't know. Don't know. Let's keep counting here, shall we? We'll go down to another screen here. Mark Bro, hello Bro, says number 3 is definite winner in my book. You wanted to do something different this year. There it stands. I mean, it did. That is calling me out, and I kind of like it. It's definitely. Is definitely different to what I normally do. House of Sigma says, looks like number 3 is more popular, but 4 is my choice. To me, 4 has a happier guitar sound, fitting some fun lyric possibilities. So we've got a vote for 4, which we'll add there. I like 1 and 3. If you can find a way to mash these together, it would be perfect. Yeah, okay. You know what? I won't add anything there because we already had who was it? Chip that went 1 and 3 as well. So that'll be a half a vote each. So I'm going to give Christina half a vote for each as well. Yeah, that sounds fair, doesn't it? Fair adjacent. Leela, a wonderful moderator, Leela says, you know it's 3, but excellent engagement boost. So she knows what I'm doing here. She's like, Johns, you're just putting out extra YouTube videos to get more views, aren't you? Problem is, too, is it sounds a lot like your regular style and you wanted to do something different. 100%. Do you not start with the bass? Not always. Bass usually comes later for me. Most of my stuff is guitar driven. Don says, I'm looking to make music with my friend because he says I have a raw emotion even when I speak, so I want to give it a try. Do it. Do it. The raw emotion and passion is much more important than skill. You can learn skill. It's very difficult to fake passion. So if you've got that raw passion, raw emotion, you're going to do well, I think. Big Howling Coyote says, no, song number 4 is my choice. I feel it's the best seed ideas for developing. It seems to have pretentiousness and ego left out. Oh, song 4 seems to have a style of your own that you have developed. It seems suited to your own solo development. Outside collaboration might work to create variations on the theme, style, and sonic texture. Stay humble and keep up the good work. Well, thank you, my friend. Another vote for 4. And yeah, it could be that maybe, again, that's some great points there. Maybe 4 becomes like a collaboration song. Maybe depending on timing, if it ends up being another song, maybe 4 I create a bass for and throw it up on BandLab and get folks to jump in and add to it and fork it and play around with it. We'll see. Jenny Genevieve says, tough choice. I do think 3 for something different. Well, we've had a lot of love for 3. So should we have a listen to 3? Should we take a little jaunt over to the Logic Pro and jump into this one? It is in drop D as well, which is something I haven't done for a while, which is always exciting. So this is what we have here. I'm kind of in. I know I'm biased here, but this is why I wanted to go out to the community to get your thoughts. But this number 3 one, this first chord just makes my soul happy. I don't know what it is about it, but let's give it a spin, shall we? It is almost Axl Rose, Johns. I agree. 3 is the magic number. Yeah, I know. It just keeps coming back, doesn't it? Keeps coming back to 3. And yeah, obviously I did do the most work on that one. And it's definitely, speaking of passion and the vibe, it's definitely something that I can really feel. And even the fact that it has a hook, it's the only one that actually already has some lyrics and a hook. And I like that whole choices in life. I think that could be that could be the earworm that we need. Pete's of the Stone Age. G'day, Gary Hubs. And Jade, I'm already thinking out loud. I mean, it's getting pretty obvious here, isn't it, folks? I'm already thinking out loud, but like I hear like a brat, da, ba, da, ba, da, like a bridge that has like a boom, like low down bass and low down grungy guitars and almost like some whispered vocals, like a marching band kind of style. Anyway, okay, sorry, I'm biasing, the result here, aren't I? Alrighty. Let's continue on. We got Clint Halliday who says, I think they're all good. You should do them all. My vote is for number 2. More love for number 2. Thank you for that one. Matteo Napolitano, one of my favourite names to say of all time. I like number 3 a lot. It has a vague Prophets song vibe. But I think you should do 1 and 3 as the middle 8. Call it progressive pop punk. I mean, look, and that's the thing. If we do 3, we can also include elements from the others. The others don't have to go into the trash. They can be coming in. Christina says, I joined your Facebook group for Songtember but haven't been accepted yet. Love your channel. I've accepted you this morning, Christina, so I apologise for that. Been a little slack. Yeah, there's definitely some there's some ride cymbals and some cool chinas and stuff going on in there, isn't there? Definitely going to be toolish. I hear it going through movements. Anyway, where are we up to? Here we go. Rockin' Pneumonia 4, because I'm in an upbeat, funky mood myself. Nice one. Another vote for 4. Gregory O'Sullivan Grego, who's one of our Songtember legends. He's on the board. Grego, thank you. He says number 3. It's got the power. Like that, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Michelle says that they are all good. But I like the feel of number 1. Number 1 getting some more love. Very cool. Number 3 sounds interesting. From N. Turner. So we'll give another one to number 3. 3 gets my vote from Jeffrey Biosset. Oh, I can't say that. Let's try this one. Jeffrey Bizio. Jeffrey, next time you email me, I might need a phonetic spelling, please. Emilio says number 1, but bring the main riff of number 3 into the bridge of number 1. Huh, interesting. I like it. Maybe we can do the opposite. Maybe we can bring a change up and bring like a punky vibe through the middle of number 3. 3 has got a ZZ Top. ZZZ. 3 ZZZ. Got a good feel. I don't think he meant ZZ Top. 3. So 3 for Mr. Peter Rob. DJ Chulu says 3 because more or less it's both prime and triangular. After 3 comes many. 3. So DJ is going a little bit more esoteric there in terms of their feedback and comments, but we like it. And Whimsical Steve says 4 for me. Well, what does 4 sound like? You may just be listening to this or joining Songtember late, which is fine, by the way. It's only the 4th or the 5th, so you got a heap of time. You got buckets of time. I'm getting started early because I actually have a couple of days off right in the middle of Songtember, so I've got to get my butt into gear because I'm gonna do some cool things. I'll reveal more on that later. So let's listen to this one, not that one, but this one, our funky, bluesy, funky idea. This one sounds like this. Do I ever just fade out my songs? No. I just press stop like that. No, I have faded out some songs, but it's hard. It's a bit old school, isn't it? If I was doing like some 80s yacht rock with like a big hook that I just wanted to fade at the end, I probably would. But generally not. Thank you, Semtex Cow. Moo to you, my dude. Bass, where did I see this? Bass on the Mark says, I've literally been lurking here for 4 or 5 years. I may have to make a song this year. I have hundreds of riffs I've recorded, yet no complete songs. You sound, my friend, like a prime candidate for Songtember 2023. grab one of those, do what I did, grab four of those ideas and yeah, just play with them, record like a very quick rough demo, and then just see which one you want to develop, and then just develop it. And if you get to the end and it's done, great. If you don't, well, at least you've had a crack. That's the thing. That's what Songtember is all about. It's about creating, and yeah, you will feel really good when you finally finish. When you finally finish something, there's a sense of accomplishment once you actually get to the end, and you're like, right, that song is done. Put a fork in it. It's done. You'll also feel really insecure about it the first time you do it because you'll be like, oh, I don't know, is it even finished? I want to. Oh, you'll always want to just add one more thing, but you just got to let it go. Trust me. All right, I got a few more votes to count here. It was between 1 and 3, but my vote is, drum roll, Alex Backus, drum roll, 3. Alex Backus votes number 3. Lilong McKean says got to be 3. Okay, I'm going to vote 3 for you. Gary Hubbs, not surprisingly, votes for 3. Pete's of the Stone Age. Yeah, it's a little Queens of the Stone Age adjacent, isn't it? Greg Hutto says number 3. We have 4 Simple and Fun from PSC 502 for getting a little extra love there. Ashley HM 4600. You're just adding to your name now, Ashley. I like it. Number 3 there. Oh, you're the Ashley 2600. No, 4600. You're like a games console, Ashley. Corona Wire says doable. Tick 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 tick. I mean, eventually, maybe, sort of. But I don't want to bite off more than I can chew. Hairbrush Microphone says 3 is the song. Tick. We have Bob Blatzer, who says number 3. We have some lady called Jade Star. She says number 3. We have Fraudland, not to be confused with Foodland, which is the legitimate name of one of the supermarkets here in Adelaide, South Australia. Weirdly. This is number 4, going for a bit of funk. We have Craya 1, who's going for 1. Some more 1 love there. We have Cold Acre going number 3. And last, but by no means least, we have Singalongus, who's gone for number 3. Right. The votes are in. This is exciting. The votes are in on my janky page of tallied votes. We have tallied up all of the votes, and I'm going to announce here that I'm doing one song. The reason I'm going to do one song and not 2 songs or 4 songs or more is I want to commit to that, and I want to make sure I'm available to maybe help other people with some of their songs, and I don't want to be at the end of the month going, I can't do all this. Plus, probably want to do a little video or something if we have the time to do that. So we are doing one song because that's the whole point of Songtember. And let's have a countdown. Let's go for the what do we got there? What do they do? So it's winner, runner up, second runner up, third runner up. So you don't say loser. The third runner up. Look, it had an uphill battle. It only had 3 tracks. Didn't spend a lot of time crafting it or making it sound the best that it could be. So it was always going to be the underdog, and therefore I'm happy to announce that our third runner up is Jauntin' G. Yay. What have you got to say for yourself? Oh, you always say that. Okay. So Jauntin' G is going to enjoy the summer off, the spring off, while we create a different song. Coming in as our second runner-up, and this one was a bit of a surprise to me. I did think that this had an outside chance of actually getting up there because it has some resonating sound. It has some sounds that are fairly along the lines of what I normally produce. And look, that may have been what cost it in the end, because I did say this Songtember I wanted to do something a bit rocky and a bit more like in your face and a bit more modern. And unfortunately, number 4 gave a good fight. Got 7 votes in the end, by the way. Number 2 ended up with 2 votes. So 2 people liked it. Our number 4, which was our funk song, ended up with a respectable 7 votes, but it will not be the Songtember song. You are the biggest loser. No, goodbye. Which means that there are only 2 in the running here. Just 2 songs remain, and who will be the Songtember champion of 2023? 3. Let's get a very janky lo-fi drum roll, because it's no surprise to anyone. Oh, hang on, I haven't got the song queued up. It's no surprise to anyone that the winner and the song we will be creating in Songtember 2023 is number 3. Because of course it is. Our commiserations go out to number 1. Put up a brave fight. But this is the song where my heart lies. Yeah, and here's the good news though. For fans of number 1, I think it was Bobby Mitchell who had the idea of it needs to have like a double time bit. So I actually hear a bit where it just goes. So I'm thinking there may be something like that, because another idea that someone had, and now that we have Logic Pro to do this, because this was also the only song not in 4/4 time. It's a 6/8 time. So, yeah, we could have either a bridge or even the chorus of this song, or even the verses, because I don't know whether this hook part is going to be the verse, the chorus, or what, could actually end up borrowing from some of this sort of business, which was, again, number 1, which was the first idea that I had. And I honestly thought that this is the direction that we would have been going. You're always taking what you don't deserve. You're always saying things that I don't understand. That's too happy and too poppy to go into this song. It would have to be almost like in a minor key version, like a know what I mean? Something like that. Yeah. And that's the other thing, as Mark says here, there's lots of cool things we can do with the vocals. Even just the bit I did here at the start, just messing about, this is the fun of creating, is just these little bits. Whoop, if we press play, it helps. I think we can have some wailing, we can have some lots of cool echoing stuff going on in this one. So, yeah, look, did we go through a long process to end up with the thing that I thought I would go with anyway? Yes, but at least it gave it a decent look in. And you can see, I just wanted to prove that not only was it something that I thought it would be good, and I did say I wanted this to be a modern and more of a popular kind of sounding song. And hey, popular is obviously very, very based on your own opinions and very subjective, but based on this community, which is who I serve, which is who you are, yeah, it's pretty clear there that the punk song got to number 1, got 9 votes, and with a fairly massive 35 votes, it goes without saying that it more than tripled its nearest rival. So to me, that is a smashing, that is a drubbing, as we'd say here in Australia. So number 3 is going to be the song that we do. That is it. I know it took me half an hour to do that, but we've got some good comments and good ideas in there, and I did want to read through each and every one of those comments because a lot of you folks spent some time listening to the songs, providing your feedback, and giving me some ideas there. So that is actually going to do it for this video. If you're watching on the replay, let me know your thoughts on this one. Do you agree with the decision and with the outcome? Do you want to pressure me to do more than one song? Maybe. Should we open some of the other song ideas up? Should I throw those stems on BandLab and let other folks play with them and maybe use them in their tracks? Let me know what you think. We got a lot of options here as well. All right, that is going to do it for this one. That's me for the week for my normal stuff, but we're going to have a couple of things happening. Tomorrow is Patreon day, so we're doing Patreon live. So if you're a patron, check your emails for links to the Patreon live show. And then the following day, we're actually doing an evening live stream here in Australia. So there might be another little video snuck in between, but we're going to do a Thursday night, which will be a Thursday morning show for many folks. So if you might recall, I used to do the old Creator Town Hall on a Thursday night here, which was a Thursday day or Thursday morning, depending where you are in the world. So we'll be doing that this week as well, because I know I've realised that a lot of our friends in the UK and Europe don't get to catch these live Songtember shows. So I'm going to make sure that at least once a week we do something at a time that those folks are going to be able to join us with. Thanks everyone for being here. As we say at the end of each and every show, please be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and keep creating, because it's Songtember, baby. It's time to create. I'm going to go for a walk in the sunshine for now, but I'll be back with this song, and you'll hear much, much more of it in the month of September. Bye for now, folks.